Welcome back, everybody. 24 minutes after 6 this morning. It's about 69 degrees outside.
Race for the governor's office there, and former Houston Mayor Bill White and Governor Perry going at it. Governor Perry has a substantial lead right now.
Right.
And again, Governor Perry seems to be doing a lot of things right that Texans seem to agree with. Obviously, working about our Texas rights, our state's rights versus the federal government's. Many people liked it when he shot that coyote dead.
That coyote.
On his
morning jog.
On his jog there. But again, we're all wanting maybe stricter immigration laws or illegal immigration laws, like Governor Jan Brewer passed there in Arizona. Her popularity just shot up. Governor Perry's been kind of quiet on that, though.
Yeah, he has been a little bit quiet, but like you said, he's been doing a lot of things that Texans seem to be agreeing with. But what do you think should be at the top of his priority list? That's what we're talking about this morning on our No Tie Fry with Garth Mayer.
He looks good in that pink shirt.
You know,
excellent.
I tell you, guys, don't you think it's a good policy to jog with a firearm?
Of course.
I do. I mean, that's a good thing.
Well, what happens if you run into a coyote?
Well, then I'll shoot him.
There you go.
You're ready to go.
There you go.
And my ratings would go up. I hope.
You'd have
not so much.
You'd have PETA hugging trees.
Yep.
Rasmussen polled this week, and by the way, they were the closest in the presidential election. They predicted that Obama would beat the stuffing out of McCain 52 to 46%. They got it very close. He actually won 53 to 46%. They show now that Rick Perry is pulling away from Bill White. A lot of that because of the unpopularity of Obama, and it corresponds with the popularity of Rick Perry. Initially, a month ago, Perry led by a very narrow 48 to 44% margin. Now he's eclipsed 50%. It's 51 to 38, seeking an unprecedented third term. He's been very critical of a lot of Obama's policies. He's been outspoken about the health care reform. He's been outspoken about the failure of the federal government to seal the border. Staunch supporter of individual rights of the states, but especially this issue with health care seems to connect with his popularity. The huge majority of Texans want it repealed. They do not like the health care law. And the majority of those, about 75%, say they support Governor Rick Perry. When you get to the numbers by play, about 55% of voters approve of the job Rick Perry is doing, compared to 40% who disapprove. That's the same number of Texans who actually approve of Obama, but still the majority of Texans, about 60%, do not approve of the job that he's doing right now. You've got the economy, illegal immigration, you've got state independence rights. What do you think are the top priorities for the governor, whether it be Bill White or Rick Perry, for the state of Texas right now? 593-5822.
I think the number one job for the governor right now is securing our borders and jobs. And I think when he works on one of them, it'll help the other one.
One of the primary goals should be to implement the illegal immigration law into Texas and enforce it. Induce the job market as a result of so many industries moving to Mexico from Texas. And to stop all the horrific madness, the hate, the anger, the prejudices, and do your job less all the finger pointing.
The main thing that I would like Governor Rick Perry to do right now to show me that he needs to be the governor again is to take and handle this oil spill that's headed towards Texas, and then work on illegal immigration next. But right now, I think the biggest threat to Texas is the oil spill that's headed our way.
New Texas governor, whichever it may be, should do something about the illegal immigrants coming in, and they should, more than that, take care of the companies, or do something about the companies that are hiring illegal immigrants. Because, I mean, again, I understand. They are illegal. They should not be here.
Well, my top priority would be illegal immigration. If you're here legally, welcome. If not, go home.
I would say probably the thing that I wish that he would do first, or would do most of all, is maybe secede from the Union.
One of his top priorities are to be considered to be our own sovereign nation, or however, whatever they're going to call it. We can legally pull away from the United States, because I believe it's only going to get worse with all of our freedoms being stripped from us. And if they continue to do what they're doing and trying to take our guns away, I think it's something that KTVB ought to get into studying. But it's Hillary Clinton right now is trying to get to go around the Second Amendment And I believe that's their next big step, is taking guns away from the American people.
I think immigration is the main problem confronting Texas, protecting our border. But word up for Mr. White, if he's so conservative and everything, he needs to run in the Republican primary instead of trying to con people, because I know when push comes to shove, he'll run to Obama and Pelosi and Reid and be on that side of the issues.
The first thing I would like to see him do, and the only thing I would like to see him do, is start secession proceedings.
Yeah, wow, a lot of people talking about that this morning. And as you brought up last hour, Bob, you know, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer, boy, who just knocking the lights out of the polls with the popularity of the people in that state for that tough new anti-illegal immigration law implemented in Arizona. Rick Perry still dragging his feet on that, but a lot of our viewers, callers this morning, are sounded off just on that. Illegal immigration, do something about it.
Governor White, Bill White, Governor Perry, are you listening? I mean, the majority of Texans say we want it here, and again, you're going to have the leftist groups come here and singing "We Shall Overcome" and so on. You're going to have Al Sharpton here, but the majority of people in the state want it, and that's what they need to do. It would seem to me.
Right.
And you know, Glenn Beck, when he was here, just kind of mentioned it, you know, casually talking. You know, it's kind of like the, you know, a bit like in Texas. It's a little bit different than other states. There's strong individual rights of the states, and he didn't say this, but, you know, by picking up on his statement, it's almost like it's a separate presidency here in the state of Texas. When you got the governor, a lot of people look to the governor in the state of Texas to do some big things despite what the federal government is doing. A lot of people on our question this morning said secession, you know, and maybe extreme, but, of course, Governor Perry himself has kind of hinted at it. I don't know if it's tongue-in-cheek, but they don't like what the federal government is doing. They don't like the size of the federal government. And, you know, the result is Texas kind of leading the nation right now economically and as far as job growth, and about 1,000 people moving into the state each day. Economy, illegal immigration, states' rights. What do you think of the top priorities for the governor of Texas right now in the current economic and political condition and the climate right now? 593-5822 if you want to weigh in.
Well, guys, I think what you said was interesting. A lot of these callers are saying secession is what they think is the #1 priority. And we were talking about this last hour. Governor Rick Perry seems to be doing everything that Texans like, or most things Texans like, just by doing what the federal government is not doing. And it just seems like that in itself is the #1 priority for a lot of Texans at this point.
You betcha. And one of those things is healthcare. Healthcare and legal immigration seem to be very big right now. And we'll see if he follows Arizona's lead in this cause. Top priorities for the governor of Texas right now. What are they? 593-5822.
Garth, always good talking with you. Have a great weekend and look forward to seeing you again dark and early Monday morning.
Absolutely. I'll have a tie on then.
Oh, good.
So
we look forward to it.
Okay, buddy. See you then.
All right, guys.